There, pretty tight there out in the water between Dave Hubbard and Jake Stone.
Okay, so here we go. Dave Hubbard taking a look at this one in the red jersey. So the breakdown. Yesterday, we saw round number 5 in the men's, round number 4 in the men's division, and a lot of the big names kept dropping out, namely the top 3 contenders for the world title, Jeff Hubbard, Guilherme Temega, Ryan Hardy. That has opened up the door for 2 guys who are next in line, and that is the 2 French-speaking riders.
Yes, right now, Pierre-Louis Costas and Amaury Laverne both have the most to gain. They can make up a lot of space on the top 3 and really make this a tight title race if they progress through this round and the rest of the competition.
So Jeff Hubbard, he actually went out there for a quick little session right before. Jeff Hubbard keeping his own score in the sand, and that is a true competitor right there. Jeff Hubbard, he and Ryan Hardy are doing the same. They are the 2 guys who are up. They are the closest ones to that world title going into the last event on the tour.
Yes, and with getting eliminated early from this event, Jeff Hubbard and Ryan Hardy pretty much put themselves on the hot seat. They've got 2 hungry chase packs coming after them, looking to gain ground in the world title, and we're going to see some serious action go down in the water. Right now we have Dave Hubbard and Jake Stone. Jake Stone is in that outer group hoping to make up some ground. And then we're also going to see in the next heat Magnu Oliveira and Jared Houston, both title contenders, facing off. That'll be followed by quarterfinal number 3, Amaury Laverne and Ori Valadown. Again, 2 title contenders squaring off in the quarterfinals. Up and riding, we have red Dave Hubbard up and riding. And, oh, Dave with a big air roll spin comes out through the whitewater. And there, Dave busting one, and Jake's going to follow this up right behind him, up and riding on the left, sets up, driving down the line, going for a big flip. Wow, so we have Dave Hubbard with the air roll spin, Jake Stone with the backflip. Quick wave exchange there. Both of these guys going for it, Manny.
Oh my, right off the bat in the early warm mornings here on the northwest side of Paradise for the Encanto Pro Puerto Rico. These guys are laying it all on the line. High scores already on the scorecard. Here's another look at Dave Hubbard's wave. Nice clean bottom turn through the lip and goes for an air roll spin, a combination of an air, rollo, and a spin maneuver combined into one. That's called the air roll spin, also known as ARS, and that was a textbook through the lip. A little late, could have been a little cleaner. That was Dave Hubbard. Now, Jake Stone on this replay.
Here you can see Jake Stone dropping in, driving down, cranks off the bottom, eyeing that section, and here we go, Manny. Boom. Gets the flip over, nice projection, lands out in front of the wave, and there we can see with the scores. 8.75 for Jake Stone on that last wave, 8.0 for Dave Hubbard. These guys are going blow for blow already out in the water with their first 2 waves.
Unbelievable. I mean, these are some of the highest scores we've seen throughout the event. 6s and 8s are really hard to come by, and an 8.75 even harder to come by. But these guys are throwing it down right here. Jake Stone in the lead.
All right, and for those of you just joining us online, welcome. This is the 2011 IBA Encanto Pro Puerto Rico. We are coming to you live from here at Middles in Isabela, the northwestern portion of Puerto Rico.
Yes, I'd like to call it paradise. It's been unbelievable for the 2 weeks we've been here, and it has been nonstop action with swells. Today, the conditions are still in contestable rhythm. 4 to 6 foot, 6 foot waves coming in, glassy conditions. The morning sickness is not here, and it is absolutely beautiful. The sun is out, and Puerto Rico, also known, like to call themselves Boricuas, or Boriqueños.
Yes. Now, Manny, real quick to touch again on the situation we have. The top 3 contenders went down in competition in round 4. Jeff Hubbard, Ryan Hardy, Guilherme Temega.
Unbelievable.
They're done. Temega's already left the island. And we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 title contenders left in this competition. Here in the quarterfinals, we're going to see Jake Stone, Magnu Oliveira, Jared Houston, Amaury Laverne, Ori Valadown, and Pierre-Louis Costas. Meanwhile, speaking of which, Jake Stone up and riding, one of the title contenders in yellow.
Jake Stone sliding under the pocket, nice little cover up, comes out with a nice cylindrical roll, a smaller wave, but he's piecing together a nice maneuvers, and that's not going to take over his 6.7 ride, which is his lowest score so far. Again, these are 25-minute heats in the semifinals. Top 2 waves will be scored, and there is a 10-wave maximum. Here's another look, Jake Stone.
Jake Stone sliding under the lip, getting a nice little barrel. Nothing quite like an early morning Puerto Rican barrel, whether it's a free serve or out in competition. Comes out of the barrel, hits the nice roll, and 5.9 for Jake on his efforts on that one. Won't be one of his top 2 scores, but still a nice ride nonetheless from Jake Stone.
As you can see, the conditions are absolutely unreal. I mean, I wish I had my board and fins. I'd be out there right after the event. But these guys, David Hubbard and Jake Stone has been on fire the last half of this tour. He actually ended up in second place at the last stop in Reunion Island. So he would love to have a win under his belt going into the last event of the tour.
Yes, as I was mentioning, Jake Stone, one of the remaining title contenders, still alive in this event.
Wow.
He can make up some serious ground and really improve his chances with a win here today.
Can you? It's totally possible. If the pieces fall in the right place, Jake Stone could be a world champion 2011. So anything is possible right now. The door has been open with those 3 top contenders out of the race.
Yes, but
out of the event for today.
Yes, so there you can see the current standings. Jake Stone with a 15.5, Dave Hubbard with a 15.5, but I believe the edge goes to Jake Stone. He has the higher score in the heat. Yeah, right now Jake Stone has a valuable opportunity to make up some ground in the title hunt, but basically it's Pierre-Louis Costas and Amaury Laverne who have the most to gain. Like I said, 2 chase packs.
All right, so Jake Stone, David Hubbard waiting patiently. 15 minutes remaining in this heat. Again, welcome everybody, and if you're just tuning in, this is the live action going down right here for the last day of competition, the Encanto Pro Puerto Rico. We know a lot of you are watching Big Blue in Florida, and my wife, she is staying up in California to make sure she's tuned in. And Agnes and Neil, we know you're watching from Reunion Island, and everybody else. Jackson, I know you have a few friends watching as well.
Yes, first I'd like to say good morning to my wife who's home in New Jersey watching. Bom dia, Kika. Amavose. Also, I'd like to say good morning to my New Jersey crew, including Hague Bacterian, who was watching yesterday. The top up-and-comers in Jersey. Also, as well, down in Brazil, the Postal Cinco crew, Jonathan, Leonardo, Flavio, Diego, Macahown.
Buen dia. Here we go. Jake Stone dropping in on the sled. The sun is in his eyes, coming around the section. Bottom turns a little bumpy, goes through the lip. I could not see exactly what he was doing there. Let's see if we can get a different camera angle, but it was a lip maneuver nonetheless. A 1 maneuver wave. I don't think he's going to get a high score. A higher score than his 2 highest scoring waves.
Yes, so there you can see Jake Stone paddling out. Just to finish up with the last couple shout-outs, I'd like to say hello to my family who's watching back home in the States. Also, Alex down in Postal Cinco, and my friend Macahown. Today is his birthday. Parabéns, Macahown.
So if you want to get in tune with the live broadcast, send us a message. Give us a shout-out in the subject line. Say shout-out from. Tell us where you're at, and give us your name in the text field. Messages at IBAWorldTour.com. And let's get a couple things out of the way right off the bat. Our main sponsors for this event, the Encanto Pro Puerto Rico. Jackson, who do we got?
We would like to thank Coors Light, the official beer of the Encanto Pro. El Nuevo Dia newspaper, Gasolina, Party in a Pouch, ATH Evertech, Parador Via Del Mar How, the official hotel of this. Also, we'd like to thank Claro, our phone and internet provider for this event. And while we're talking about the IBA World Tour site, IBAWorldTour.com, be sure to go online and click on shop. We have all the latest merchandise available online for sale. All the prices are in US dollars. As you can see, I'm wearing the hat. I got the t-shirt. We got iPhone covers. You can pre-order 2012 World Tour calendar. We got all kinds of goodies, and there's more to come, so check daily. And, you know, if you want to hook into Christmas presents for friends and family, the bodybuilding enthusiast in your life, IBAWorldTour.com, click on the shop icon to hit up the IBA shop.
And another thing we want to make sure we do right off the bat, we're going to be doing it throughout the day, IBAWorldTour.com/survey. That's where the fans, the bodybuilders, the viewers, everybody in tune with IBA, they can voice their opinion and suggestions. The survey is crucial for you to actually put in your cents. So go to IBAWorldTour.com/survey and let us know what you're thinking.
Yes, also don't forget, when you fill out the survey and put in your information and submit it, you will be entered into a drawing to win an autographed shirt from the new DK World Champ,
Up and riding.
Damian King. Up and riding, Jake Stone.
Jake Stone coming hard off the bottom. Little bouncy on the inside, but actually didn't time it properly. He actually bailed on that lip maneuver, so Jake Stone knew that it was not going to help him out in the long run, so he just bailed, and out he goes. So the last few days have been unreal. Big swell moving in through the middle of the event, and now it's winding down, but we still have some contestable waves. We're stoked.
Yes, so while we watch Jake Stone paddle out, again, just to touch on a couple of things IBA related, for all the latest updates, be sure to check out the news section of IBAWorldTour.com, also the IBA Facebook page, where you get constant live updates from our boy Shaggy, who's posting up on the IBA Facebook page as we go along throughout the course of today's action. Also, IBA on Twitter.
There you have it. The best one, if you're going to choose anyone, make sure it's IBAWorldTour.com and the YouTube channel. The YouTube.com/IBA World Tour channel is unbelievable. You subscribe, and you're going to get instant, unreal action from these guys right here. Dave Winchester in the foreground, chilling with Mitch Rollins, Thomas Rigby, Novi, and up front, doing their own scores in the sand, Jeff Hubbard and Ryan Haughty.
Yeah, how's that for a collection of talent on the beach, Manny?
Michael McMullen was up front as well. Check this out. Jake Stone taking a look and decides not to go. So, Jackson, another day in paradise.
Unbelievable, Manny. I can't say enough about this island. I've been having a field day every day that we've been here. Lots of hard work going into this event. Riders here doing hard work out in the water. But you know what? Beautiful surroundings. Amazing swell.
David Hubbard waiting patiently for his third wave. He has 2 waves so far. Again, 25-minute heats in these quarterfinals. Top 2 waves will be scored. Right now, David Hubbard has 2 scores of a 7.5 and an 8.0. Waiting patiently. I would love to be in his situation right now, just chilling out in the water, but not in a contest scene. Look how beautiful it is out there.
Yeah, meanwhile, you know, while he's cruising the lineup, we've been cruising Isabella on a daily basis. There's so much to see here. I mean, everywhere you go, there's amazing waves, beautiful scenery. There's a reason why it is known as Jardin del Noroeste, the Garden of the Northwest.
Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. And again, Isabella, just one of the beautiful towns on the northwest side. And a lot of people are referencing this area similar to Hawaii. But you know what? It is similar, but it has its own flavor and own flair on this side of the island. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yes, Isabella, known for its tourism industry. It's one of its main sources here.
I wonder why.
If you haven't been here before, be sure to check out seapuertorico.com. They've got history, they've got information on, you know, hotels, restaurants, everything you need to know. Do yourself a favor, book a trip, and make sure to come down and visit the Island of Enchantment, Isla de Encanto. It's absolutely beautiful. You won't regret it.
I think we made it clear. This place is pretty awesome. All right, the action out the back. David Hubbard taking a look, going left, and the sun, it's just shining on the wave and in his eyes, coming off the bottom, maneuvering, holding on to that board, and the lefts are not shaping up. Both of these guys are dropping in on the lefts and are not, the wave is not producing what they're after, and that's for a clean, smooth bottom turn and going for a nice lip maneuver. Jackson, you had something handed to you. What do we got?
Yeah, Manny, I've been talking about the remaining contenders and their opportunity to gain some ground on Jeff Hubbard, the title holder. Right now, currently, Amaury Laverne sits 4th in the points, Pierre-Louis Costa 7th, Jared Houston 8th, and Magnu Oliveira 9th. They're all still in contention. They could all make up some serious ground to pull up and catch Jeff Hubbard, even potentially pass Guillermo Tamega and Ryan Hardy. So, you know, Hardy's going to be down there and Jeff Hubbard's going to be down on the beach. We saw them in the video footage earlier. They're going to be paying close attention to where these guys finish, because each placing, each point that they gain at this event is going to be key, essential, and absolutely crucial to the World Tour rankings going into the final event in Fronton. There you can see Ryan Hardy on the beach watching the action closely.
All right, Ryan Hardy and Jeff Hubbard, we're keeping tabs on. Guys can do all the big moves that we've seen, the backflip, the ARS, the big rolls, and the big inverts. And so they're all on the same playing field. It's just a matter of Mother Nature delivering the goods.
Yes, we still have a solid 4 to 6 foot swell coming in, offshore conditions. You really can't ask for much better than what we've had swell-wise for this event. We've had waves every day, and it's still pumping out there. It's still high caliber.
Unbelievable. So, you know what? We do have the replay of the action that we're going to see throughout the day. Here's a replay of Jake Stone's wave earlier in this heat. Check this out.
Here you can see Jake kicking into this one, drops in, driving down the line for speed. He sets up his rail. There you can see him eyeing up the section. And here he comes, the approach, up, and the execution. Good projection, launches out in front of the wave, gets the landing, sticks out his legs to kind of catch himself and get himself around, and there you can see him come out, get around 8.75 on the flip from Jake Stone.
So Jake Stone doing the backflip textbook style on that left-hander. And the sun is coming up to the left of these guys, so they are dropping in when they go left, and the sun is shining in their eyes. I don't know if that has a factor on what they're going to be doing out there, but I've seen a lot more better rights out here in the early mornings. It could be changing with the tide and the conditions, but we're just going to have to wait and see. A nice little good luck kiss from Natasha to Jared Houston, who's coming up next against the Brazilian fierce competitor Magno Oliveira.
Both of these guys still in the title hunt, so one of them, their title hopes are going to get kind of banged up here in this next heat. Who wants it more, Manny?
Exactly. It's a matter of who wants it more. Jake Stone up and riding.
There you can see Jake pumping for speed, riding high up on his board, trying to put all his weight forward so he can drive for speed. Not really coming together, so he'll kick out on that one.
I don't know why he did that. There's still 4 minutes remaining. I would sit away from David Hubbard, who has priority, and just wait for a bigger wave. He has to build upon his second highest scoring wave, which is a 6.75, and wasting energy and time paddling back out in the last few minutes is I know he's in the lead, but he should wait patiently to try to build on that 6.7.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Jake Stone and Dave Hubbard tied on their 2 high scores. Advantage going to Jake Stone on his third wave, but Dave Hubbard in priority. All he has to do is catch a wave and score 7.51 or better, which is completely possible for Dave Hubbard, and Dave walks away with this heat and moves on to the semifinals.
I was talking to you earlier. If Dave Hubbard, he is actually in the final, in the drop knee final, which is coming up next. So he's got that heat. He's in the quarterfinal. If he makes it, he has a semifinal. If he makes that, he's got the final. So he has to dig deep and stay hydrated and energized, because if he makes it to the final in both divisions, which has never been done before, he will have to compete in 4 different heats, each one at least 25 minutes long. That's a lot of paddling time.
Yeah, you're looking at potentially 4 heats in the course of 5 hours. That's a lot of in and out of the water and a lot of exertion. That's where physical conditioning really comes into play.
I would love to see him in the final in both the men's and the drop knee division. We will see if he can make it possible. 2 minutes, 50 seconds remaining. He's looking for a 7.51 wave. And look at this right, shaping up, looking good.
Dave Hubbard using the priority system to take that one.
Wow!
Jake Stone. And wow, big flip off of that section. There you can see him claiming it.
Woo! Not only was he claiming it, he was also making sure the judges saw that he had control right now. Look at this, Jake Stone off the bottom, sneaks under the barrel, finding some shade from the morning sun, comes out of the barrel, nice tight spin on the face of the wave. Look for another section, nice roll right there. Nice, smooth, clean moves all the way through this entire wave, taking that all the way to the inside. Has that wave finished. He is coming all the way to the inside. He's going to try to get one more maneuver all the way to the inside. There is still reef all the way to the beach, and there is another roll on the inside. I don't know. That is probably going to be a high-scoring wave, but out of the 2 wave exchange, who do you think has the upper hand on that one?
I don't know. That's a tough one. Dave Hubbard with one big maneuver, but Jake Stone comboed the living heck out of that wave. Here you can see Dave Hubbard going up, hits the big,
unbelievable,
great projection, lands, gets it, sticks his fins in the water to get him around, comes out, and here you can see not only is he claiming it, letting the judges know he completed the maneuver, and then ducks out.
Unbelievable last-minute heroics from both of these guys. David Hubbard's big backflip, and this guy, Jake Stone, taking a full ride on this wave all the way to the sand, but first on the outside, pulls into a little pocket barrel ride on the outside, comes out clean, hits the brakes and stalls, does a nice tight spin in the pocket, comes back around, and he adds a couple more maneuvers, including this roll and another roll on the inside, lands and rides up onto the sand. So a long wave for Mr. Stone and a quick big maneuver for David Hubbard.
And Dave Hubbard comes out on top with a 9.2 for his wave, and 8.05 for Jake Stone. So Dave Hubbard moves into the lead with less than a minute remaining. You want to talk about tight action out in the water. And this could pretty much put a nail in the coffin in Jake Stone's title contention hopes.
Wow, that is unbelievable. This is probably the first time this is it. David Hubbard pulling out the stops. He's not done yet. Another wave shaping up. Look at this one. It's looking good right down the line. David Hubbard slides under the pocket, starts off with a nice pocket ride, comes out, tons of speed, and goes for a bank reverse on the top and pulls it off. David Hubbard on fire. Jake Stone on fire. We're coming down to the last few seconds. Where's it going to end up? Jake Stone is already taken off his rash guard.
Grabs another one to add insult to injury on Jake Stone not making it out of this heat. And here we have a replay.
Unbelievable. Here's another look right now. That is the horn in the background. That is the end of that heat, and it looks like David Hubbard will walk away with the win and advances on to the semifinal. Here's another look of his wave. Barrel ride into a bank reverse 360 off the top and pulls it off. Great performance by both of these guys, but it was David Hubbard in the last few minutes pulling out that 9.2 gigantic backflip to pull ahead of Jake Stone. Look at the brothers.
Yeah, there you can see the Hubbard brothers on the beach. Jeff congratulating Jay, passing him some water to make sure he stays hydrated. Good looking out. That's family for you.
I can hear it. I hear the force on the Hawaiian Islands for their riders, Dave and Jeff Hubbard. Dave, moving on closer to a dual final. Can it happen here for Mr. Dave Hubbard, also known as Dub?